Right, thanks very much, Valen. Let's catch up with a man who's got perhaps one of the most challenging jobs in South Africa at the moment, the acting CEO of Eskom, Brian Molefe. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Peter.
All right, I suppose this is the kind of job where there's no sort of breaking in period. You've got to hit the ground running. How's it going so far?
It's going very well so far. We have been fortunate enough that over the last weekend we did as much maintenance as possible, brought back about 1,400 megawatts of power back into the grid from repairs without load shedding. So we haven't had load shedding for about 5 days. I think on Thursday it will be 7 days if we can survive until Thursday. So it is quite exciting, just sitting with the engineers and balancing the demand against the supply that is available and the availability of electricity. As I said last week, we do have the power in South Africa. It is just about managing it in such a way that we can ensure that South Africa has power all the time.
Maintenance has come up as a big word in this equation. I'm wondering, is that the major problem that we have with power supply in South Africa?
Yes, it is maintenance. We have the power stations, we have the primary sources of power, which is mainly coal, in the ground and in the mines, and we're mining it. It is not a commodity that we have to import or buy from elsewhere. So the issue has been maintenance and just the management of bringing electricity to the people. We have the infrastructure, so we do not have to start from the beginning. So everything is there. It's just that we have been, as I said last week, a little delinquent about maintenance, and we have to catch up with maintenance. Otherwise, the failures that we have are going to increase. The failures that we have in the generators are going to increase over time, and we could lose what we have. So we have to catch up with maintenance.
All right, so we know what needs to be done. I guess the question is, do we have the people to be able to do all of those jobs?
We do indeed. We have an impressive group of people at Eskom in the leadership. We have an impressive group of people. The employees are amazing. I've had an opportunity to be working with a lot of the people over the weekend as they were doing maintenance. And the people are truly amazing. And as I said, over the last 5 days, we haven't had any load shedding. And I hope it is something that we can maintain going forward. We may have periods where we have to have load shedding going into the future, but it is not because it is a deliberate or wanton or anything. It will be because it is necessary as we are doing maintenance. But we are trying our best, and we ask the public to continue supporting us by switching off those electricity things that they do not require.
All right, so a little bit later on we're going to be talking to the Premier of Limpopo, and he's going to be telling us a little bit about the provincial development plan. For that to happen, he needs your support, and I'm just wondering, are you going to be there for him?
We're going to be there. As you know, that the two big power stations that Eskom is busy building are actually being built here in Limpopo, and that ensures security of supply of electricity for the people of Limpopo. And as you know, that the biggest problem in Limpopo that has to be overcome is poverty. Electricity changes the situation of poverty quite dramatically and improves the quality of life of the people. So, I mean, as the Premier outlines his development plans, I think at Eskom over time we will be in a position to talk about 100% electrification of the province at a certain point in time. And that is something that we will work with the province to achieve.
All right, and that's where we're going to have to leave it. Acting CEO Eskom, Brian Molefe, thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Peter.
All right. Okay, so you've heard it. He's very confident that they've got the infrastructure, they've got the people to get the job done, and with more maintenance, perhaps load shedding could come to an end a lot sooner than that we had seen or thought might be. So more detail about the provincial plan a little bit later on, but let's find out what's been happening in terms of the headlines.